Yo, I think it's too early in the morning for Americans to be tuning into this, but I'm gonna go live anyway. Um, so yeah, good morning. How is Giuliano Argenti? The old Giuliano going strong after a long day of panels. He's still going. Get that sleep disorder in order, boy. But yeah, it's probably a lost cause going live at this time, and all you Americans are either asleep or fucking about to go to sleep. So yeah, it's probably not the best time to go live, but it is what it is. Got to keep those panels coming. Got to keep those lives coming. People are hungry for content, I suppose, and whether I can offer a good variant of that content, we are yet to find out. Drop a link. I will at some point, but I'm just gonna fester for a little bit first. See if anyone jumps in or whatever, as in the chat outside of yourself, and we'll go from there. But yeah, it's pretty dead, isn't it? It's what is it, like 4 a.m. over there, isn't it? 3, 4 a.m. So I fell asleep last night during the card. I think I fell asleep during like the third fight. So I woke up and I saw that on Tapology, me and like 3 other people were all tied on like 450. I think me and you tied on 450 as well. Because on my little Tapology, not my own Tapology group, but like people I follow on Tapology, I think there's like 8 of them, 7 of them. Like you, Ulysses, I think E is in there, Logan, a couple of other guys, and I think like 40 is major picks, and I think Ulysses was top, and then me, you, and someone else were all tied on 450. Pretty weird card, like very all over the place. But I'm glad I picked Aljamain Sterling to win anyway. I was quite confident in that pick. I think I was one of the few that picked Aljamain as well. A lot of guys picked Zalal, didn't they? But I'm glad Aljo won. I like Aljo. How many people have we got watching? 2. So, and one of them's probably me other. Well, yeah, one of them is me other phone, in fact. Or is it? Yeah, me other phone's running the stream, so just wanted to check if it was running all right. Maybe I'm best just going live later on. I really like. I've only chose to go live now because obviously it's good for me at my time of the day. But obviously a lot of the people in this community are fucking Americans, aren't they? So you kind of have to adapt to those folk. But yeah, it was cool. BK was all right with me yesterday. That little cock-nosed you, like, he was actually quite chill with me. Because I always just thought he was an abrasive arsehole, but he was actually quite chill with me when I was on panel with him in my yesterday briefly. So he's not all bad after all. Doesn't matter with some of these guys, you just see them as like very surface level people because you only know one side of them that you see on this in this community, and once you start scratching beneath the surface, you find that there's more personality there. You just have to get to it. And I suppose that's how I felt with you at one point. I just saw you as that guy who went at and had beef with. But when you get rid of that shit, there's actually a decent vibe there, I suppose. So doesn't always have to be hostility and stuff. Like you said to Clown in his show that day, you respect people who don't just fucking aimlessly go at people. And I've done that myself, I've been guilty of that. And I'm not saying I'll never stop doing it either, but every so often you've just got to take a step back and go, this is pointless. But yeah, I don't know what the crack is really. Some mad characters in the community. Cameron's on his fucking homeland at Ark. He's doing his egotistical cycle in the community. And I don't know if it works for him. I like the Cam that was more humble. You know, Cam's a good talker. He's good at owning people. He's good at shutting people down. But Cameron, who fucking was just egotistical and up his own ass, I don't think I vibe with that Cam as much. He's still a cool guy, but bring back old Cam, humble Cam, I say. Humble Cam is where it's at. And then we've got Keith Van. Might as well just break a bunch of these guys down. Got Keith Van, the fucking dirty paedophile. Dirty Keith Van. He's got a van full of children on his parking lot. He's like the fucking killer from the Black Phone films. That's Keith Van, literally, but just an overweight version. And yeah, I don't like Keith Van. I don't trust him. I think he stinks. I think he's a fat ogre. I think he's very clingy, like Giuliano said, with girls in the chat. And he's not to be trusted with all this purple energy bullshit. Like, I'll give him some fucking red energy if I ever met him and knock him clean out. Just for his pure audacity. Who else do we have? We have Vinny the Guinea. Vinny's pretty decent, you know. At one point, I thought Vinny was a complete bellend and talked out of his arsehole. But I've come to appreciate Vinny's antics a little bit. You know, he's an interesting guy. He's whether he lies or not, you know, that's open to interpretation. In some cases, definitely not, because it's pretty obvious it's bullshit, but some of the things he talks about are pretty interesting. And he's definitely a character, whether you love him or you hate him. You know, he brings something, doesn't he? And obviously you've got the man himself, Giuliano Argenti. Went at the guy for a while. And I'm not going to lie, I did enjoy it, to be honest. It was fun. The guy seems like a liar, but also he has proven that he isn't in some respects. Like, he's actually proven some things. So, you know, you've got to give him credit there. You know, he was fucking flexing his net worth on screen the other day, and if that is true, fair enough. Like, crazy that you've got that kind of money, and good for you. And you know, I've went at you enough over the last fucking 6 months, so I feel like that kind of ran its course anyway. I think you've got Doug Memo. Doug's a smart guy, he knows what he's doing, but he's also a bit retarded as well. And I do believe that Doug might be gay as well. I think Doug has deep, positive homosexual desires. And that's where his constant need for fighting comes from. All this pen for banger of waking up in the morning, being this quirky, shame stick smoking guy with this crazy personality. By dinner time, he's imagining himself getting rimmed by men, and he can't handle those thoughts, so he has to get on panel and go at people and be this Inspector Gadget guy who has to investigate things. And you know, if that's what keeps him at peace, good for him. But I'm on to you, Doug. I can see through it, unfortunately for you. Just as you've accused me of being able to see through my bullshit, so maybe we're more like-minded than we think. Then we have Ark, Clown Show, Mr. Arkansas. Crazy guy, bit of an arsehole, let's be honest. Loves to fucking block me in chat. I wish he'd stop doing that. He knows my character, he knows what I like to say and do. Yeah, every so often he feels the need to block me and remove me from his channel. Now, if it's part of the show, why is it getting done offline then? You know, sort your shit out, bro. And enjoy your little break, by the way. Seems like you're having a nice little break. And then who else do we have to cover? We have Myla Stoner, the Cage Queen, and Enigma herself. Crazy bits, let's be honest, but there's something there to like, I'd say. She definitely brings something to the community. She's definitely not the full shilling. But she's, like I said, she's entertaining. She brings something. And yeah, she's definitely away with the fairies and maybe smokes a bit too much weed and has some trauma and unleashes her trauma online. And maybe that's her way of dealing with it, so good for her. I don't know, I've got into breaking everyone fucking down in the community, but why not, eh? Why the fuck not? Well, do we have Jimmy the Drunk? Now, Jimmy, I don't know a lot about Jimmy outside of his channel, of course. And, you know, there's definitely some great content on that channel, I must say. I've definitely indulged in some of it over the last 6 months, and he seems like a pretty chill guy to me. I've never had any beef with Jimmy. He's always seemed cool and been respectful to me, so can't complain at all about Jimmy. He likes to have a drink, might be a pisshead, might be an alky. You know, enjoy, crack on. Now I'm going to mention a guy who doesn't go on panels or anything, but, you know, he's a bit of a character in the chat. Reptilian, otherwise known as fucking 20 other olds. Baby Alien, fucking God knows who else he is, to be honest. He's got that many olds. But he's worth a mention because, you know, he gives me a lot of credit, so I've got to mention the guy. He's funny. He loves stirring the pot. He loves a bit of drama. And yeah, keep it going. Keep doing your thing. It amuses me. Who else do we have? Who am I missing? You know, you have some of those retards that Myla has on her show. Fucking that guy who goes, what's his name? Oh, I can't remember his name. You heard that guy, that retard, that absolute fucking helmet mushroom. He's the biggest mushroom I've ever heard on panel before. He makes me sick. He repulses me. He's a fucking absolute helmet. Honest to God, I can't stand that guy. Yo, Jimmy, I'm surprised you haven't passed out from the drink, bro. It's like, must be quite late over there now. Giuliano said it's 3:30 a.m, so you're hanging on in there with your final drink. I'm just breaking some people down in the community. Like, I thought it'd be a good idea to go live, and then I realised that it's like nearly 4 a.m. in America, and most of the fucking community are Americans, so probably chose a terrible time, but people can listen back if they choose to or not. Oh yeah, we have Anakin. So otherwise known as Analkin, however you want to know him. He had this whole simpy gimmick for Myla. I don't know if he's still doing that, but I don't think he should. I don't think that's the hill he should die on. I think he should drop that gimmick quickly. Anakin actually seems a pretty cool guy. Seems chill. His Myla simping gimmick made me sick, to be honest. He needs to stop that immediately and carry on just being this mysterious fucking Chicago-based potential Muslim who loves to wrestle, it seems. That's Anakin, that's all I see. That's all I know of Anakin. And yeah, I think I've pretty much covered a good chunk of people there. BK, like I said, BK at the start. Never fall in love on YouTube. I know, yeah. Why have you fell in love with Jimmy? I try, you know, I wouldn't say I tried it, but at the start of me journey in this community, you know, I was angling some pussy. Naomi broke my heart. Oh, she didn't really break it, but she betrayed me trust, a little slag. Fucking having a private chat with her, and she ends up telling Giuliano a bunch of it. At least I can say I kept my end of the bargain and didn't reveal anything to anyone. You can't really trust anyone in this community, can you, though? Let's be honest, everyone's fucking snakes one way or another, including myself. Like, it's all a carousel, as Cam says. And that's very true. It's a carousel of bullshit. Carousel of falling out, carousel of drama. And we all love it. It all feeds into our egos. It all feeds into our narcissism. It all falls into our need for entertainment. And yeah, we're all just a bit crazy. So yeah, trying to think who else I've missed. I've definitely missed people, but I can't think who. But yeah, snakes, exactly, yeah. We're all snakes. Starting to need a bit of a shit, to be honest. Like, I'm just doing a bit of walking. And because I had quite a bit of junk food yesterday, I had a bit of a naughty day yesterday with my diet. And now I need a big poo, to be honest. It's starting to slowly fall out my arse cheeks. So either a poo on stream and a strain whilst I'm talking, and you get to hear that side of me, or I end the stream, I have a poo. I'll cross that bridge when it's about to come out my arse. But yeah, it's a nice Sunday morning here, about to become noon. Not much going on today, pretty quiet day over in Merseyside. What time is it over there, Jimmy? Are you at like 4 a.m. too, or are you on the west east coast? Which would mean that I can't remember if the east coast is 3 hours ahead of the west or vice versa, or an hour ahead. But yeah, I'm kind of just winging this to be honest. I'm probably best just going live again later if I want to do a panel. Like, I was going to do a panel, my first one, but I think it's too early in the day. So this is kind of, like I said, just a winging it stream, and then I may or may not go live later to do a panel, possibly, and have some chunks on. Fuck 4 a.m. God, it's been a long time since I've stayed up till 4 a.m. I just can't stay up that late anymore. I'm an old man now. Because I have to get up at like 5 a.m. for my job most of the time. It's like changed my body clock completely. I really struggle to stay up past like midnight these days. It's why I've kind of lost interest in the UFC as much. Like, I used to love the UFC for many, many years, and I still follow it, of course, but staying up for the card is just a no-go for me anymore. That's why it's great when they do the European cards, because obviously I get to check the whole thing out live. So, yeah. But yeah, where was I? I was breaking down some of these guys. So BK. Now, at one point, I couldn't stand BK. I thought he was a fucking arsehole. Obviously, his character's just being an arsehole, clearly. And then I discovered a couple of his videos on Jimmy's channel recently. And there was a couple of clips of him on Jimmy's channel, and I found them really funny. Where he's like going at Megan and not the bald drunk, because he was what's that guy that fucking BK had beef with ages ago? I can't remember his name. The guy who had cancer, whatever, and he was just like going crazy at those two. And I think the name of the stream was BK goes back to his acting roots, because he's clearly putting on an act, but it amused me, to be honest. I found it quite funny. Still think the guy's a fucking nut job, and him and Giuliano have more in common than they realise. They're quite similar guys. You know, they're both pretty smart, but they're both pretty fucking bonkers as well. And they have the moments of being funny as well. So yeah, Chris, yeah. Like, I don't know a lot about Chris, so I can't really talk about that guy. It's like people like him and Musical and Moz and, you know, all these guys, fucking Bodak. These guys I can't really talk about because I genuinely know barely anything about them. All I know is about Musical is he insulted my accent once and said that I'm a fake Scouser. So he's a cheeky cunt, to be fair, but that's his opinion. Simon Feck, that's another guy. Simon Feck, he's a bit of a weirdo, isn't he? 62-year-old guy, creating weird shorts. And some are quite funny, to be fair. I've got to give him credit. But as BK said, he's putting in a lot of effort for such little reward. Like with my channel, I literally clip it. You know, Jimmy will know this himself. Clip it, crop crop the video, literally upload it takes me about 5 minutes maybe of me time, if that. Whereas he's editing these videos, being very creative with them, and he's doing it for like 100 views now. If that's what makes him happy, good for him. But I think he's a weird old man, to be honest. And yeah, I don't know what to make of Simon Peck, really. He's a bit of an enigma himself, isn't he? So yeah, and that's it. I can't think of any guys. Vinny, Giuliano, Clown, Logan J. Now Logan J. Is he really gay? Is that why he's always wearing vests when he's on panel, getting his big nipples out? I don't think Logan's gay. I know it's been suggested he's gay, but I don't think Logan's gay. I think Logan gets pussy, but I don't think he gets a lot. Like, I think he does okay for himself. I think he gets maybe like one woman a month after fucking vigorously scrolling through Tinder, matching every single girl he comes across. And then he catches one whale and then maybe meets up with them, slings at a bit of cocktail sausage, and then he's on his way. The pasta's new. Maybe that's Logan. But yeah, I think that sounds about right for Logan. You are in the Clippers Hall of Fame, yeah. I learn from the best. Doesn't require a lot of learning, like, but I learn from the best. I wasn't meant to become a fucking Clipper, do you know what I mean? I kind of just fell into place that way. And I don't really want to label myself a Clipper per se, but it's kind of become that way, hasn't it? Logan wouldn't fucking know half of the music that the Clown listens to, would he? Clown obviously likes older music, but does Clown like older music because he's an old guy? Or he's just a younger guy, you know, who's like maybe my age, BK's age, mid to late 30s, who just got into that kind of music? Fuck knows. And, you know, some people do have like a nostalgia kick for older things, don't they? Like some people love older movies and stuff like that. But I do find it unusual that Clown's never played a song past 2000. And no, I don't even think Clown played a song that's in the 90s, has he? It's always 80s, 70s, maybe late 90s at a push. Now, you know, I'm 35 in like a couple of weeks' time. And I like some old music myself, of course, but that's not the whole, that's not my whole gimmick, do you know what I mean? I like loads of modern music too. So, but however old Clown is, doesn't really fucking matter. If he's an old man, obviously it'd be funny if he was an old man, like 60 years of age, doing what he does. But we'll never find out, so it's kind of irrelevant, isn't it? It's just, I suppose that one of the things I regret is fucking giving too much away of myself out there. I should have become an enigma myself and just not like reveal my age, reveal what I look like. Because it does add more to it does add more to it when you do that, I think. When you don't, like, I kind of get why Clown and Mila do it. I can see the appeal. Yeah, well, if that's the case, you've clearly took your foot off the pedal, so I'll put my foot on the pedal and I'll take the reins for a little bit. And then when you want to delve back into the archives and start posting some shit again, that'll be good to see. But yeah, I just post random shit, really. Anything that involves fucking just people going at each other. That's my, like, you kind of posted a bit of everything, whereas I just mainly post panel shit, people going at each other and stuff. So, but yeah, who's in the chat then? So obviously Jimmy's here. Who else is here? I can see 4 people are currently watching. So who are the other 3 people? Make yourselves known, because, you know, if you're cool people, maybe I could drop the link and get something going now. But if not, I'll just go live later, potentially, and maybe do a little cheeky panel. Or do you just lurkers? Is it just Jimmy watching me and a few lurkers waiting to report back to people getting hunted this, hunted that? Little fucking grasses. Dirty grasses. No one wants to make themselves known, you little fannies. Little absolute fannies. With respect to Jimmy anyway, for swinging by, and Giuliano earlier. I think Giuliano lost interest when I didn't drop the link, basically. Giuliano hates being in the chat, but thank you. I'm a fan of yourself too. I am doing too many come by our streams though, aren't I? But that's why I decided to dissect a few people earlier on, just to have a tiny bit of spice. It can't always be nicey. I built a bit of a reputation for being going at people, so I've kind of got to keep up that slightly, but it's nice to be a more relaxed version of myself, I suppose. But yeah, maybe I might leave it there now. There's only 4 people here. 3 of them aren't saying anything. And yeah, like I said, it is a bit late over there in America, so try again later, possibly. To do keep an eye out on my channel for me scheduling go live. If not, I'll go live another time and maybe get a panel going. I think everyone's curious as to when the clown's coming back. I am myself, it is weird when he doesn't go live for a couple of weeks, but the guy does fucking go at it quite hard, so he's probably having himself a break, isn't he? He's probably just bumming his roosters and drinking energy drinks and punching drywall, I can imagine. That's probably his thing. But yeah, I respect Jimmy anyway. At least you showed up. All the other Americans are either asleep on drugs or asleep whilst on drugs, probably. I will guess Thursday. Yeah, maybe you're right, yeah. He does tend to come back like towards the end of the week, doesn't he? So I can imagine that to be the case. As much as clowns and arsehole, he's kind of like the figurehead in the community, say what you will, in terms of like the drama side of things. Like when he's not around, the drama doesn't feel as amplified. Like, Giuliano will do his panels, Mal will do her panels, and you definitely get some good drama going on. But I feel like when Clown does his panels, that's when the real shit begins, because obviously Clown's unabashedly an absolute cunt to everyone for the most part. And yeah, it really brings out the drama in the community, I suppose. But anyway, respect for the few that showed up. I'll call it short but sweet. But yeah, thanks for checking in. And keep an eye out for me going live later, potentially, to do a panel and see what we can get into. But yeah, peace.